Howdy. Today we're going to talk about 6 horror anthology books and if I think you should spend your time or money on them. The first book is They Were Here Before Us by Eric LaRocha. This is a novella in pieces. Gonna be so honest and transparent. I don't remember the stories that I read in this book, but I do remember that it was very meh when I read it. So personally, I wouldn't get this book. Another book by Eric LaRocha, Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke. I do remember some of the stories in this horror anthology. However, I also remember being like, I kind of wasted my time with this one. So personally, again, and it could just be me not liking Eric LaRocha's writing style. As always, everything is subjective, but I wouldn't get this one again. Alright, this is The Cabinet by Eun-Soo Kim. I liked this book a lot, except at the very end when there was some torturing, some cutting off toes. If you don't like that, I might as well spoil it a little bit. Besides that, the stories were very interesting and weird, which I liked. So it's kind of middle ground on how you feel about it. That was my dog in the background. You might hear her zooming around. This is The House Guest. I cannot remember. Okay, so this one's very thin, and I can't remember a lot of horror anthologies if the stories are too short. They just go in and out. This one, most of them, I don't remember what happened in the book, but I do remember some, like one. And I do remember that the writing is very well done. Like, this was thoroughly edited, beautiful writing style, so I'd recommend. It's short. Man-Made Monsters by Andrea L. Rogers is a YA horror anthology. However, there was some stories that were very scary. YA is so unique where they try to pull back the horror that is in front of you, so you're not they're not super describing it, but because of that, your brain is making it up and usually makes it worse. So from what I've found, YA books almost tend to be scarier than adult books because your brain fills in the gaps and it makes it so terrifying. I would recommend. Lastly, We Are Where the Nightmares Go and Other Stories. I remember quite a few stories in this one. I think it has a lower view on like Goodreads, but I liked it. It was like, it stayed with me. It still stays with me, a lot of these stories. So I'd recommend. It was fun.